Here with another video where I share my thoughts and opinions on someone or something going on in this wacky weird wrestling world. As you can tell by the title below, this one will be one where I share my thoughts and opinions on WWE Hall of Famer, I think 2-time for sure, 1-time in John Bradshaw Layfield. Would love to know what your thoughts and opinions are on him down in the comments below. It would be greatly appreciated by yours truly. When it comes to John Bradshaw Layfield, JBL. I'm talking about him the wrestler, not him the human. I never met him. I probably technically seen him in person, but never wrestle in person. Like he was on commentary team for Raw or that I attended, or maybe SummerSlam 2019, that kind of stuff. Never met him. No desire to meet him, but I bring that up because I don't know him the human. When it comes to Layfield, he is just whatever for myself personally. When I was a kid, he was a bad guy. Like I started watching in 04, for people who don't know, and he was a bad guy at that time, especially by the time the summer rolled around, and didn't like him because he beat Eddie Guerrero for the WWE Championship. And for the next couple of months after, don't get me wrong, I was watching SmackDown then, but it was whenever JBL was talking on the mic or having a match, depending on who his opponent was, I would go do homework, kind of deal, because it was a Thursday, or like homework in front of the TV, kind of deal, or I would go grab a snack, kind of deal, like late. When I say late night, I was like 10, kind of deal, so like the one final snack before I went off to bed. But as a kid, didn't like him because he beat Eddie Guerrero, but he wasn't entertaining either way, either side of the fence for myself as a kid. As I got older, like 09, 2010, 2011 time period, maybe not that late, but like a couple of years after that, maybe it was like 08, 09, tail end of his in-ring career, it was still the same thing where like I didn't really care about seeing him wrestle, him on talking on the mic, him doing commentary. Definitely did not care. There were chunks of time in, again, 08, 09, maybe it was 2010, that kind of era when he transitioned into wrestler, into commentator, that I would watch it on mute because JBL and Michael Cole, especially by 2010, got annoying. Whether it was JBL in general or Michael Cole towards The Miz, kind of deal. And nowadays, it's one of those things where granted, again, never met him, but I've heard more negative experiences on people meeting JBL. And granted, vast majority of them are during WrestleMania weekend, which I, never went to, kind of deal. I doubt that I'll ever experience a Mania weekend fully. But for fans, I can see why it would be stressful, let alone people within the company and all of that stuff. But it's one of those things where maybe again, when I say everybody, I mean like 90% of the people that I've heard that have met JBL said like his vibe, his presence wasn't like he wanted to F off and do other stuff than meet the fans, kind of deal. And again, I can to a certain extent understand it because again, it's Mania weekend for, again, vast majority of it. But when it comes to JBL, as a kid, didn't like him, but it was more of he beat Eddie Guerrero, was not entertaining. As I got a little bit older into my teenage years, I just found him annoying. And now as somebody in my early 30s, if he's on WWE related TV, it's like, ugh, kind of deal. I don't actually remember the last time he was on, off the top of my head at least, on WWE related TV. But yeah, when it comes to JBL, him the wrestler, him the performer, former WWE champion, Hall of Famer, at least once over, maybe twice over, I don't really care. Do I want anything negative to happen to him? No, kind of deal at the same time. But Yeah, overall, I'm just not a fan. Would love to know what your thoughts and opinions are on him down in the comments, though. If you have met him, would love to know your experience was like talking, meeting him, kind of deal. Because again, I personally never met him. If I did, hypothetically, I would not be over the moon about it. But yeah, those are my thoughts and opinions. Would love to know what yours are down in the comments below. It would be greatly appreciated by yours truly. Treat yourself as well as possible mentally, emotionally, and physically because you deserve the absolute best.